Wemi is in the studio. I did tell you, I'll tell you, oh, I'm crushing on this one. I'm not crushing on Auntie Wemi again. I'm crushing on the woman who has to repair her phone with almost. Should we make fun of her? We should pity her small. Like her phone got broken. That phone, you know when your phone gets broken, even you two, you want to break there. That's why sometimes, when we have this beautiful, very expensive phones and we're really admiring the phone, every time you're admiring it, you're like, you're using the phone, you're enjoying it. Then you start, it will turn to prayer points. When everybody is praying for car, you'll be praying. Because when it falls down and it breaks,
that's not the end, actually.
Abi, we can still use the phone. I did tell her we can use the phone to take pictures.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's see. And sometimes those phones correct themselves. Maybe we should tell her to put it beside the gas. Oh, she should put it in the sun. Good morning, Auntie Wemi. How are you doing today?
I'm very well.
Good to have you back on the bumper
Good to be here again. Happy New Year. Yes.
What? Happy New Year.
I've not been here.
When you be eating all your rice, did you remember us? When you were enjoying all your party, did you remember us? Please, nobody should come and tell me late Happy New Year.
After now, I'll open a book of
please.
remembrance.
Today is 19th of January. Some people are saying Happy New Year. One that's supposed to have been here 2 times this year. It's supposed to be 3 times. They did a whole absence without official leave.
Okay, we are sorry.
Happy New Year now. Happy New Year now. Yes, so today we're talking about singlehood. And apparently, Auntie Wemi is saying, embrace it. She said,
single motherhood.
Single motherhood.
Yes.
I said they should stop saying single motherhood. Maybe she should call it single parenthood. Focus on mothers, though.
Okay, because the focus is actually on mothers.
Today, because most people do tell us that it's derogatory. So actually say single
that's
parents.
why we want to look into it and let's see how we could help people understand how not to stigmatize people.
Okay.
And how, if you're in that situation, how to embrace yourself.
Okay.
Basically, yes. So that's just the summary of what we want to talk about.
All right. If my director is available, you can put up those videos. There is a quick announcement. Suru Alaba bus stop right now. Apparently 2 trucks ran into each other and there was an accident there. And we are in quick need of rescue. So the FRSC team and the LASMA team in that axis should please go to Alaba bus stop, Suru Alaba bus stop, to look into that accident. Is right there at Alaba bus stop. The truck is involving 2 trucks carrying containers, 2 trucks carrying containers, and both of them, are heavily loaded. They're not empty, and both of them would need. We need to look into that immediately. So please, LASMA, let's look into that. Let's get the appropriate officers there to help us sort that out immediately. All right, back here in the studio, we're talking about single motherhood.
To embrace your truth.
Embrace your truth.
Yes.
Wow. Explain that.
It's a reality. Okay. Since we're focusing on women, on mothers, so we say it's a reality, but it doesn't define you.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay.
And I'll say that being a single mom is not easy.
Okay.
Especially in Nigeria. If you were talking abroad, you have some form of support.
Okay.
You have support, you have government support, you have, it spans through accommodation, stipends, and then some medical attention, education and all. So to some extent, the whole burden is not on you, unlike here. Okay, and one thing I want us to know is people around here, people still stigmatize single mothers.
Around here. Is it our culture?
Well, culture a part of it, but I think it's a form of a mindset, it's a mentality. Because nobody really plans to be a single parent, whether the man or the woman.
Are you sure nobody plans? Because I've heard some women
Nobody
say to me
really
before
plans.
that, see,
Now,
I
let
don't
me
want
tell you
anybody
the
to.
truth is, if you dig deeper, okay, something prompted that decision.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the woman needed to come up with a face to say, well, I'll take care of my child. I'll choose to be a single parent. But the fact is,
even single girls who have never been married, never had children,
you don't have the ability
saying to you that they just want to be single parents.
you don't have the ability to impregnate yourself. So it takes two. Something happened somewhere, a decision, an incident happened, so a decision
Was taken.
So let's look at it from that aspect. And some people, it could be by reason of death. Okay? Because I know someone who, she got pregnant and the person responsible died. All right, so she didn't plan to be on then, and then all this, I want, I don't want, I'm not the one, I didn't do it more than 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and all of that. And at the end of the day, it comes
pregnancy
down
is rejected,
on
the baby is born, and then the parents.
All right, but the truth is, there are many struggles that comes with it. The first one is rejection. Okay, rejection from the father or the family, okay, and the rejection from your family, or maybe the society. But what I say is, don't ever reject yourself.
So it begins with you.
Yeah, don't ever reject yourself. It's not going to be easy, or it's not easy, let's put it that way. And I would say that one of the ways to embrace your truth is, the truth is, you have been courageous. You are being courageous. You didn't think of terminating that life. So it's a courageous step. Give it to yourself. The truth is that you have chosen to take on the role of being responsible. It will cost you, no problem, but just embrace those things. And then I say, recognize that to some extent you are alone. Yes. So don't ever think that somebody somewhere will help you. I know help will come, but don't live on that, because you may be disappointed. So that it will be easier for you to, cope and just know that it's me and this child, or it's me and these children, basically. And I'll say that don't give in to the name tag. You're a single parent. Excuse me, I'm being responsible. Yes, I'm being courageous. All right, I'm being compassionate. I'm giving room for another life to find life through me. So people need to start to embrace the truth. Okay, you are not promiscuous, you are not, whatever situation brought about you being a single parent, let's put it aside. Let's face the truth.
Don't people just take the decision one day to just, marriage is not coming early, you decide to have a child?
Yes, people take the decision. I've heard people who said, I just want to have children for this person. This is your child, this is it, and all. And that's just it. But what we are saying is, you don't have to color yourself black because you took a decision or an incident occurred. And one thing I want us to understand with life is, every circumstance will always come with a decision. And the decision is, I'm going to be responsible. Simple. Okay. So, but at the same time, as much as I'm saying, don't don't think you will get help. At the same time, don't think you will do it alone.
Okay.
Do you know, two things in one box? Okay. Your expectation could be punctured if you think somebody somewhere is going to help me.
Oh, if I have this child, my parents are going to be there for me.
But the truth is, at the same time, okay, be open-minded that you don't parent this child alone. Because as a single parent, permit me to use that word, you also need help. You need support. All right? But don't expect it from a particular place. And then you put all your expectations in one basket. At the end of the day, nothing comes up. So, but at the same time, reach out. There are groups today, support groups where you could belong to. All right? But just make sure you've taken you've shown some sense of responsibility. That is what we want to see, basically, because the truth is you are going to be an adult in the life of that child or those children. Okay, and an adult will also need another adult. So you need a support system
that is already in place. You need to put a support system
because even for those who have the two heads together in one, you still need to reach out. So let alone playing the role of two persons in one. No, you need time. You need that support. Don't ever think of doing it alone. Now, one thing I want to say in this light is, if the father, because we're talking about women now,
yes,
if the father of your child or your children is alive, give him room, give him access
to the
child, because it's going to help you. Now, the access you're giving is not because you are being a weakling, okay? Because the truth is, under the law, okay, Child Right Act, the child has, the right to the other parents too. You are not supposed. I'm not sure if it's Child Right Act, anyways, but when it comes to let me use the word child protection, you need to give them access for balance also. And that's why we advocate single mothers, please make sure you are on a journey of healing, so that you won't pour a venom into a child and then you replicate your situation. Because most times, if parents are not careful, there's every possibility you might try to turn the heart of you badmouth the other person
to the child,
and then what you're doing is you are raising another situation that you have found yourself. Allow the child or the children to make their own independent opinion, because the truth is, children actually know something.
They watch, they see, they react,
they know something. So don't start to say your mother is this, your father. Okay, we're talking mother, right? Your father is this and this and this, and if he is not around, he has family members. Get the child connected to the roots. Sort of, and then please don't change the child's name. You know why? Under child rights says a child has rights to a name. Okay, so I interpret it as, okay, we give the child the identity that the child needs, all right, but at the same time the child has a root, so you have rights. That is who you are. Okay, then maybe when the child turns 18, he or she may now decide what
to actually let go of
he wants to. But don't take away the identity of the child's roots from him or her.
So, for example, you had a child at birth. The father did not accept the child, and the child bears your name or your father's name. And then somewhere along the line, the father came begging. And then you people now decide that you want to change the child's name back to the father's name. And then you create a confusion for the child. So the child will now be asking the question, Mommy, I used to be this, and now I am that.
So don't create confusion.
Maybe you wait until the child is old enough to be able to understand why his name was not like his father's name at birth. And then he can form his informed decision. At that point, anyway, I think both parties would have allowed for healing.
And one thing I want you to know is, most times it's usually the single parent who carries more of the hurt, the single mother who carries the pain, and so for your sake, you need to release
the pain.
For your sake, because if you are still hurt, you are still pained, and all of that, you are going to pour it on the child, and God save you if that child now looks like or talks like behaves like,
walks like,
so
and then you see the child every day, so automatically you're going to like develop the kind of hatred you have for the father. You're going to pour it on the child, and then before you know what's happening, you don't like your own child.
Exactly. And
my.
at the end of the day,
That's really deep. People really
It
do
is-
not know where it all comes from. Your mommy is wicked to you and all that and all that. You're trying to find out why.
yeah,
And you know when it's because you just look at your father.
I've had a child, she spoke to me. She said her mother always compares her father. So I asked, where is daddy? He said daddy just came home one day, packed his bag and left. So invariably she became
Bitter.
bitter, struggling all alone. And I asked her, I said, do you look like daddy? She said she says so, and I think so too. So I knew where
The
that
issue was
thing.
from.
So let's not it's never a child's
No wonder
fault.
when they are giving the child, oh God, when they want to shake children, I now get it.
It's
They will
never
now give the parent that looks like the child. So they will give the man the girl because the girl looks like the man.
imagine.
And they don't want the girl in that. Are you kidding me right now?
So it's actually not the child's fault. Because the
Anyway.
truth is, children didn't beg to be born.
They didn't even ask you.
They came into the situation.
Because
So-
you invited them, oh, it's you that went to
So
invite
please
them.
spare them, please. Okay, even if the nose looks like what you didn't like, I beg, spare this child. Show love, be responsible for the child. Because
I feel the nose enough.
one of
So-
the truth you should embrace is it was your waka. So you have to just take it that way. Then you have to start thinking of taking responsibility in the area of making adjustments. Because single motherhood is tasking. You're going to spend and you are going to be spent. You are playing a dual role.
You're going to spend money, time, energy.
You are really, really going to spend money. So you have to start thinking of making adjustments. Then think of how you could have your financial support. If you have a good family who will be, from your end, who will be willing to help you and support you, please
Embrace it.
Yeah, be open to it. Because we still have good families today who, you can't throw them away. All right, you need them. So
I actually know someone who became a single parent because the husband died and she already had 3 kids. And what the elder sister did was to accept the responsibility of paying the school fees for the 3 children.
beautiful.
She was still caring for them, but the elder sister sends their school. As a matter of fact, they go to really good schools.
Very fantastic.
The woman just said, you know what, take these children to this kind of school, I'll keep paying. So every
Simple.
term, she pays 3 million naira school fees.
Awesome.
The woman cannot, you know when your children go to say an Atlantic call and you live in Agege, you know the way it is now.
Yeah.
And you live in like the down, but that's just what the this elder sister wanted, and she's footing the bill. So she also did not have room, or she didn't have need to want to consider marrying again because the burden
Lord.
was no longer on her.
Yeah, and that brings me to every single parent should also think of their emotional need as well.
Ha! But they used to say
However-
don't do that.
Wait, I'm going somewhere.
Ah.
It's gradually I sat down.
Okay.
Now, don't go into an emotional connection groove in the bid to pass the burden on the person.
I don't.
That
get
is
it.
actually not the reason the person is in your life, because this
No, we don't understand what you just
I'll
said.
get that. I'll break it down. You see, when it comes to single motherhood, or let's say single mothers, a lot of stigma stems from you won't get someone because
You already have
you
load.
already have load, as it were.
They say "Ẹrù ẹ pọ̀."
But the truth is, you still have right to your emotional connection, because that is what actually will make you whole. Because you were emotionally battered, and you need emotional connection also to be
to
healed.
heal.
That's what people don't know, but we don't put the emotional
No,
connection
but
as
they
the
do say,
first thing.
no, but they do say that you should not encourage all kinds of emotional connection. As a matter of fact, some single parents kill that part of them. That part of them
And
dies.
that's where we're going. Don't kill it. That's what we're saying.
It dies because they just feel
Believe
that.
in love again.
But the environment does not encourage them to love again. They say, "Oh, fẹ́ ṣe ìranù ni."
Let me tell you something. The environment is not my destiny. I choose the path. I choose what makes me happy. Okay, in a responsible way. All right. Now the truth is, see when a single mother, okay, leaves that emotional vacuum, you leave it. It's going to, let me use the word yole in other areas, because that's what makes you whole. You're going to find it, it's going to show up because you're satisfying children, you're playing a role, and who feels that hole
In you. Let's open up the phone lines this morning. You want to ask questions from Fisa, Auntie Lynn. And you want to be a part of this conversation. You want to tell us exactly what you think, or you have questions. 080-6473-8133 is the number to call. You send a text or a WhatsApp message to 080-6473-8133, and we get to take your messages and find out exactly what you need. All right. Some people say, why some ladies like to be single mothers but they have children? Why do some ladies like to be single mothers
but they have children?
Child or children?
Oh, okay. Like they have children, but they prefer being
single mothers.
Well, people, life experiences have shaped some people's mindset.
Okay.
So they've decided to take a decision. Like, okay, I'm going to be a single mother, all right, but I'm still going to be in a relationship.
Okay.
There is nothing wrong. It's your decision. But make sure you are responsible about it. Make sure you are not exposing those children to abuse.
Immorality and abuse.
Yes, because at the end of the day, you just discover that what you are living for is, does not match with your decision. But what I'm saying is, when you are able to, when you're stable to some extent, because if it's a breakup, I wouldn't say get into a relationship immediately.
Okay. All right. Hello, good morning. All right. Please, before you call us, turn down the volume
If
of your
it's the
TV
death
set.
of the loved one, I won't advise you get into a relationship immediately.
Okay.
But whatever it is, once you know you've given it time and you are able to, you are balanced, you must be open to love. Because that's one of your surviving strategy.
Hello, good morning. Like I said, always turn down the volume of your TV set before you call us. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Samuel. I'm calling here in Lagos.
All right, Samuel from Lagos. Your comments.
Yeah, please. I want to ask a question.
Okay.
Yeah, like now I have a wife.
Yeah.
We have a daughter.
Okay.
So we have a little misunderstanding, and she's insisting that she wants to leave.
Oh my. Samuel, please do call us back so that we can take your message properly. I think Samuel is trying to paint a situation where the wife would want to take the daughter. But let's wait for him to finish his story. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Your name and where you calling from?
Good morning. This is Lami from Agege.
All right, Lami from Agege. Talk to me.
Yeah. Please, I want to ask a question. I'm a widow.
Okay.
For the past 17 years now, I have raised my children myself.
Okay.
Because my husband is alone. He doesn't have siblings.
Okay.
So he died 17 years ago, leaving me with 3 kids.
Wow.
I was back in the third born when he died.
Wow.
But,
sorry.
So as what she said about emotional feelings, I don't have any feelings for anybody, not to talk of a man. So I've closed my heart, everything. I don't know.
Sorry.
So I don't even have feelings.
How old are you, ma?
How old are you, ma?
I'm 41 now.
All right, thank
You're too young.
Well,
all right.
I think she has not come off,
from the pain.
From the pain. When it comes to grief, in psychology we have stages. She's still hanging in that 17 years old loss.
So hold on. So this is it. I do a quick calculation in my head right now. You have 3 kids,
and yes,
which means your husband died when you were about 24,
yeah,
and you're 41 now.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that at 24, yes, 3 kids, people would naturally say, you know, but you're 41, you have the opportunity to start life again.
Yeah.
You have people are just getting married at 40. People are just getting, they've never been married before.
Now, let me tell you something.
Which means the last born is over 17.
She may not, you see, even if she's 31.
Yes.
She's still hanging in 17 years ago
Lost. So
what I'm going to say to her is if she can call at the end of the program.
Okay, please call at the end of the program because she's a therapist. She can deal with.
She needs to you know, relieve that pain. Why? The reason is the children. She's living her life for those children.
No. They are living their lives already.
And the truth is, they will get to a point where they want to live their lives. Then, if you want to stay long. Because for now, those 3 children are the succor, they are the comfort.
When they leave, finally.
But the truth is, the children we have today,
as a matter of fact, right now,
want to go.
Only the last born is available.
So I believe 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, you can still find love.
I believe.
But you
55.
need to release that pain.
At what age did Mama Kumuyi marry Daddy Kumuyi?
I'll have to check again. But I think it was in
his
50s.
She was in her 50s.
Yes.
When she married, and that was her first marriage.
Yeah. So
why did she ever consider?
To the woman who called, I feel your pain. Okay, you are not healed yet, so you need to relieve and release it.
Wait, are you saying it's possible for someone to spend 17 years and not be healed from
It's
pain?
possible for someone to spend 40 years and you are holding on to the past.
08064738133. Please, Lamid from Agege, do call us after the show so that Auntie Wemi can reach out to you and, of course, run you through the process of healing. Hello, good morning. Please do not flash. Not acceptable. And turn down the volume of your TV set before you call us. All right, let's try to see if we can take a few more messages before we begin to wrap up the show and the conversations this morning. Auntie Wemi, this one simply wants to ask you, is it possible for me to still have a relationship even though I'm over 50?
Very possible. The first relationship you have is with yourself. If you don't love yourself, if you don't accept yourself, you may not be able to
Can you turn down the volume of your TV set, please?
You may not be able to extend it really. So I'm going to ask, what kind of interaction do you have with yourself? Do you self-care? All right? Do you admire yourself in the mirror? Do you think somebody deserves to enjoy something like me? So if you don't embrace you, you don't cherish you, you don't admire you, you may not see the need for another to share that world with you. So it's about
Hello, good morning. Good morning. Like I did say. I'm a Niger. See,
the emotional connection is actually where the issue is.
Hello, good morning.
That was where it started from.
Good morning. Your name and where you calling from? Okay. This is where I give up on Nigeria.
I will continue. So you see, the emotional connection is where the issue is, because that was where it started from, emotional disconnection. So if we could get you back on track to reconnect with yourself, then it's going to be easier for you to reconnect with someone else.
I think we should ask that woman a question. Does she admire herself? Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Your name and where you calling from, ma'am?
My name is Favor. I'm calling from Anambra State.
Okay, Favor from Anambra. Talk to us this morning. Oh my, Favor. I think I have to call you back because you're calling from Anambra.
You said we should ask her. Those are part of the things.
No, I think some of the things that you need to ask that woman.
Those are part of the things.
Because if she admires herself, then she will possibly get to the point of saying that.
See, it's not easy. When there is a loss, okay, you can't determine the impact of that loss on you, and you can't determine how long. Recovery is not easy because it's a long journey. It depends on you, one, how resilient you are, and it also depends on the people around you. It depends on, how you also